Hi guys, this is lesson 2-9, and in this lesson you're going to be practicing adding with 3 or more addends. So just a reminder of what an addend is. It's kind of a funny word. It's a number or numbers that you add together. So for example, if you were to add 2 plus 4 is equal to, you would answer that 6. But 2 and 4 would be the addends. They are two numbers that you are adding together. You might also know that the answer 6 would be the sum. So the numbers that you add together to get the answer are the addends. So we're using addends today and number stories again. Last time we've used shorter stories, but this time we are going to do longer stories, a little bit more complicated stories than what we've done before. So that's why we're going to be using some tools to help us with some longer, more complicated word problems. Today what we're going to be doing, and you've seen this before, we'll be using what's called the parts and totals diagram for our word problems. The total is written in a rectangular box on the top, and then in the bottom, depending on how many addends you have, you'll have a corresponding number of parts. So for example, 1, 2, 3 parts would be with this word problem if we actually had one. For example, if we had 7 plus 12 plus 3 is equal to unknown, we have 1, 2, 3 addends, and the addends are referred to as parts. So each of these, the 7 would go here, the 12 would go in the middle part, and the 3 would go in the final part. Your total would be written on the top, or your sum. Let's take a look at an example so we can practice making parts and totals diagrams and also using our addends and our story solving problem skills too. Over the summer, 3 dogs, including my own dog Keller, buried a total of 19 dog toys. One dog buried 6 toys and another dog buried 9 toys. How many dog toys did Keller bury? Totally guilty here. Okay, so we can draw a parts and total diagram, all right? And we also have to make sure that we include a part for our units because all numbers have units. And in here we talk about a unit too, and that's an important part of word problems. So let's go ahead before we do anything and let's revisit our story problem solving skills. So when we solve number stories, we have to do 4 things. The first one is, what do you understand from the story? The second part is, what are we going to do to solve it? The third part is to answer the question, including writing our answer with units. And the fourth step is to check our work and checking to see if our answer makes sense and how we know. Okay, so let's take a look at our problem again. Over the summer, 3 dogs, including Keller, buried a total of 19 dog toys. One dog buried 6 toys and another dog buried 9 toys. How many dog toys did Keller bury? Well, according to our problem-solving steps, the first thing we have to do is ask, what do we understand? Well, what do we want to find out? We want to find out the number of dog toys that were buried by Keller. So, Keller's our third doggy here, so we're going to put a question mark in the third box, or the part 3 box, because we have 3 dogs involved, right? It says 3 dogs, so we have 3 parts. Those 3 dogs are going to be our 3 addends, okay? So what information do we know from our story? We know that a total of 19 dog toys were buried. So that's a keyword, total. So in my total box, I'm going to write the number 19. We also know that one dog buried 6 toys. So my part 1, I'm going to write 6. And we also know that Another dog buried 9 toys. So the second part will have 9. We also know that our units are dog toys. So that means that after any of these numbers, we could put dog toys. Total 19 dog toys. Part 1 is 6 dog toys. Part 2 is 9 dog toys, and we don't know how many dog toys Keller buried. Okay. The second part is, what do we have to do? Well, to solve a word problem that has one missing addend among 3 or more addends, 2 steps are required in this problem. So we need to do 2 steps. The first thing we're going to do is add the addends that we know. So, for example, we know 6 plus 9. Those are our 2 addends. So 6 plus 9 is equal to 15. The second thing we have to do is subtract their sum from the total. So 15 is what we got when we added the 2 addends together. Our total is 19, so we are going to do 19 minus 15 is equal to 4. I don't know why I put a question mark there. So, what is the answer? Our answer is 4. Let's go ahead and check our work and see if it makes sense. If you remember, the first thing we had to do was add our 2 addends together that we knew. So we did 6 plus 9, and I'm just writing number sentences now, is equal to 15. Then the second thing we had to do was subtract the total from the addends that we had added together. So we did 19 minus 15 is equal to 4. Does that make sense? Let's add all of our addends together and see if they add up to 19. 6 plus 9 plus 4 is equal to, well, 6 plus 9 I know is 15, plus 4 would be equal to 19. Our total is 19 dog toys, so yes, it makes sense. Take your time working on these problems because they can trick you, and it's something that we're going to be spending a lot of time on this year and just getting more comfortable working with word problems, and I wish you the best of luck.